The rosé was dry and crisp and perfect. The baguette was ambrosia, crispy on the outside, chewy on the inside. What was it about bread in France? Like the French version of butter, it seemed to bear little relation to the item of the same name back home. Genevieve sliced a wedge of pâté, topped it with a cornichon, and made a little sandwich. Another glass of wine, a bit of cheese, petite basque, tangy roquefort, a stinky and delicious washed rind brie. Even the pear seemed better than the one she was used to, the perfect combination of tangy and sweet, the juice running down her arm as she ate. Sated, Genevieve could barely keep her eyes open. She made her way down the hall and fell into the twin bed she had slept in as a girl, in the bedroom she had shared with Catherine. It was a small room full of old books, comics, and 2 4-poster twin beds, nothing fancy, but the sheets were cool and smelled of lavender. Genevieve let out a long sigh, gazing at the cracks in the plaster overhead and remembering making pictures from their spidery lines as she lay awake, crying for her mother, hiding her sobs in her wet pillow, listening to her cousin's heavy, steady breathing. Soon she fell asleep and dreamed of a locked room. Genevieve kneels before the door. Her lifting finger is sore, her knees ache, tears of frustration sting the backs of her eyes. She keeps dropping the pin stack. The pick slips, nicking her finger. A fat drop of blackish red appears. Uncle Dave stands behind her, coaching her, his words patient and encouraging. "You can do it," he says. "I can't," she replies, though the truth is she's not sure she wants to. What lies behind the door? "Have you ever read the Fable of Bluebeard?" she demands of her uncle, only half joking. "Some doors are not meant to be opened." Dave just laughs. "See it with your inner eye, Genevieve. Feel it. Do you see the pin stack? Apply a bit of torsion with the wrench, just a little, and lift with the pick. When the pins are aligned, the plug will rotate ever so slightly." Finally, the plug begins to turn. "Feel it?" Dave asks. "Now repeat nice and slow. Don't forget to breathe. And when all the stacks have been lifted, the plug is free to turn, and voila!" Genevieve rides a surge of victory, relishing the sense of relief and release that comes with defeating a lock. She reaches up, her fingers close around the knob. The brass is cold and hard in her palm, unyielding. But when she tries to turn the doorknob, it doesn't budge. It is still locked. Frustration floods through her, poison rushing through her veins. She rattles the knob like a rookie. "Again." Dave's voice is coaxing, eternally patient. "Try again. Will you let yourself be defeated by a silly old lock, of all things?" She closes her eyes, takes a deep breath, forces herself to try again. She inserts the pick, concentrates on seeing the pin stack in her mind, drawing a mental map, feeling the pins aligning. Genevieve heard a buzzer and awoke with a start. Whenever the shop door buzzer rang, the teenage Genevieve would run to see whom it was. "Vite, vite, hurry," Uncle Dave would boom, laughing, while Pascal would chastise him in rapid French. "Allons-y, let's go." Someone was ringing the shop buzzer, over and over again. Heart pounding, Genevieve took a moment to register where she was. The cracks in the tall ceiling overhead, the bookshelves lining every wall, Star Trek paraphernalia, the matching 4-poster twin beds. Paris, David and Pascal's house. The buzzer rang again. Genevieve stumbled out of the bedroom, down the short hall, across the salon, to the door to the shop. The brass knob was cool and slick under her hand. She hesitated, but the knob turned easily. An impossibly old man stood outside, hands cupping the window, his rheumy eyes trying to peer within the shop. Upon spying Genevieve, he held up one gnarled hand in greeting and grinned to display crooked yellow teeth. He was wearing a beret, a scarf, and a black overcoat. He leaned on a cane. If only he were cradling a baguette, he could have been featured on a poster as traditional old Frenchman. Genevieve swore under her breath and tried to gather her wits. She had stumbled to the door half asleep.